Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I will discuss one of the powerful subjects for medical representatives, objection handling. My name is Rajat Saha and I have been linked with pharma industry for 20 years. Before I proceed, let us see one of the famous saying. Swami Vivekananda once said, "No good things happen without obstruction, and the sale really begins when the customer says no." Objection handling are the important part of a selling process. In our context, doctors raises objection. Objection handling is how we respond to the doctor's objection. And remember, you have to respond in such a way that changes their mind to prescribe your product. Let us understand what is an objection. Objections are the expressions of oppositions offered by the doctor to the proposition of a medical representative. It is like a resistance offered by the doctor towards brand promotion. Objection can be a question or hesitancy to prescribe your brand. What is required for prescription? What is required for performance? And what is required for you to become an efficient medical rep is answer these objections successfully. In your career, you will never get an even ground, objection will be there. And believe me, without an objection, there is almost no prescription. Doctors can raise objection at any time during your presentation. You have to be prepared in advance. And if you want to improve your in-clinic interactions, then answer these objections skillfully. Objection handling is a skill which you need to develop gradually through practice. There are some myths about objection. Objections are the major roadblocks in the way of brand promotion. The fact is, objections are the opportunities to close which can make you successful in the field. Another myth is, objections are the personal attack. The fact is, objections are like a gift for you. Objections are actually the buying signals because doctor shows his interest for your brand. Now the question is, why doctor raise objection? There are different reasons for that. It is a natural human tendency to resist a change. What you do as a medical rep? You change the prescription of the doctor, and that's why doctor raises objection. Doctors like to defend themselves what they are prescribing. You can see there are many doctors who are still prescribing first generation molecule, where third and fourth generation molecules are available in the market. Sometimes doctors are unable to decide whether to prescribe or not. They think of various implications of their decisions. And finally, there may be doubts in the doctor's mind which you need to take care all those doubts. There are three components of objection handling. First, understand the objection. Second, how to handle an objection. And third, different techniques to handle different objection. Let us take the first one, understand the objection. Objections are basically two types, verbal and non-verbal. In verbal objections, doctors seek information. Many times, the information which you give is not sufficient. Doctors want more information for your brand and they need reassurance. Sometimes, doctors don't want to listen to you and they raise objection by saying, "I know your product, no need to detail." Non-verbal objections. Often, doctors don't open their mouth but raise a lot of objections. These objections are two types, silence and negative body language. Silence is a very difficult objection because silence in selling is not considered as an agreement. Come on, one more time. Silence in selling is not considered as an agreement, and you have to ask questions to the doctor to break the silence. And through negative body language, doctor also can raise objection. I am giving you some examples. Observe the body language of the doctor. Suppose during your presentation, doctor leans back in the chair, crosses his hands, and doctors avoiding eye contact with you. The next component is how to handle an objection. The first step in handling objection is actively listen to the doctor. Do not interrupt until the doctor has finished. Don't listen with the intent to reply. Listen with the intent to understand. There is a saying, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Remember, the best way to connect with the doctor is actively listening to them. Say thank you to the doctor as the doctor shows his interest for your brand. Convert the objection into a question. You can do this by rephrasing the objection, feed it back to doctor and ask for clarification. This will confirm that you were actively listening and this will eliminate all your confusion. Finally, answer the objections. While answering, remember three things. Avoid aggressive word like "Doctor, I want," "Doctor, I demand." Avoid egotistical word like "I know doctor, I want to tell you." And finally, avoid begging words. The third component is different techniques. There are 5 most common techniques to handle different objections: direct denial, indirect denial, questioning, compensation, and boomerang. Let us take the first one, direct denial. Use this technique when doctor has made an error. You straightway contradict what doctor has said. Let us take an example. Doctor said, your lip syrup is bitter in taste. Now you contradict it. No doctor, it is sweet. You can taste it for yourself. Use this technique only when you have good relation with the doctor. Indirect denial. This technique is called sidestepping technique. Here, first you agree with the doctor, then come out with your answer. Let us take an example. Doctor said, your brand X is not available. Now you answer it. Doctor, I am sorry for the inconvenience caused to your patient. Yes, it is true that my brand X is not available in some of the smaller outlets, and I will make my brand X available in those smaller outlets by today evening. This is the most preferred technique. Use this technique as much as you can. Questioning. Here you ask a series of questions to the doctor to understand the objection. Let us take an example. Doctor says your brand X is not available. Now you ask question. Doctor, I am sorry for the inconvenience caused to your patient. Could you please tell me how many patients came back and when? Doctor replied, 2 patients came back today. Now you ask, Doctor, did any patient come back yesterday? Doctor said, no. Again you ask, Doctor, could you please tell me from which chemist your prescription got bounced? Doctor said, from City Medical. So during this conversation, you could understand the objection. Now you answer it. Doctor, thank you very much for your information. I will make my brand X available at City Medical by today evening. Compensation. This technique is used when the objection is raised on the genuine drawback of the brand. Here, you highlight the advantages of your brand against the disadvantages of the brand which doctor is prescribing. Let us take an example. Doctor says the cost of your azithromycin 500 is rupees 20 per tablet, where the cost of ciprofloxacin 500 is rupees 10 per tablet. You have understood the objection? Now you answer it. Yes, doctor, I value your objection. Azithromycin is prescribed for 3 days once daily, whereas ciprofloxacin is prescribed for 5 days twice daily. You have justified the cost of therapy. Now you highlight the advantages of azithromycin over ciprofloxacin. Boomerang. Here you use the objection of the doctor as boomerang, which goes in a circle, comes back and persuades the doctor to prescribe your product. Let us take an example. Doctor says quality of life is ever increasing problem with antihypertensive. You have understood the objection? Now you answer it. Yes, doctor, I value your opinion. Precisely for this reason, I am suggesting you to prescribe by telmisartan. Now discuss how quality of life is not disturbed with telmisartan. Be careful in your communication. Use this technique skillfully. Otherwise, this can boomerang to you. Finally, I am giving you some suggestion to handle objections. Never argue with the doctor. It doesn't matter how violently doctor responds. Never ever argue with the doctor. Respect your competitor. Never criticize your competitor in front of the doctor. And be sensitive to the doctor. Doctors are the focal point in a pharmaceutical business. They keep your business running. Always be sensitive. Develop your doctor sensitivity. I thank you very much for watching this video. I request you to subscribe my channel to watch more videos. And please do not forget to click the bell icon. If you really like my video, then share my video in WhatsApp, Facebook and LinkedIn. Once again, thank you very much.